In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra. These are the verses of the book. That which hath been revealed unto thee from thy Lord is the truth, but most men believe not. Allah is He who raised the heavens without any pillars that ye can see. Then He established Himself on the throne. He has subjected the sun and the moon. Each one runs its course for a term appointed. He doth regulate all affairs, explaining the signs in detail, that ye may believe with certainty in the meeting with your Lord. And it is He who spread out the earth, and set thereon mountains standing firm, and flowing rivers, and fruit of every kind He made in pairs, 2 and 2. He draweth the night as a veil over the day. Behold, verily in these things there are signs for those who consider. And in the earth are tracts, diverse though neighbouring, and gardens of vines, and fields sown with corn, and palm trees growing out of single roots or otherwise, watered with the same water. Yet some of them we make more excellent than others to eat. Behold, verily in these things there are signs for those who understand. If thou dost marvel at their want of faith, strange is their saying, when we are actually dust, shall we indeed then be in a creation renewed? They are those who deny their Lord. They are those round whose necks will be yokes of servitude. They will be companions of the fire, to dwell therein for aye. They ask thee to hasten on the evil in preference to the good. Yet have come to pass before them many exemplary punishments. But verily thy Lord is full of forgiveness for mankind for their wrongdoing, and verily thy Lord is also strict in punishment. And the unbelievers say, why is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? But thou art truly a warner, and to every people a guide. Allah doth know what every female womb doth bear, by how much the wombs fall short of their time or number, or do exceed. Every single thing is with Him, in due proportion. He knoweth the unseen, and that which is open. He is the Great, the Most High. It is the same to Him, whether any of you conceal His speech or declare it openly, whether he lie hid by night or walk forth freely by day. For each such person there are angels in succession, before and behind him. They guard him by command of Allah. Verily, never will Allah change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. But when once Allah willeth a people's punishment, there can be no turning it back, nor will they find besides him any to protect. It is He who doth show you the lightning, by way both of fear and of hope. It is He who doth raise up the clouds, heavy with fertilizing rain. Nay, thunder repeateth His praises, and so do the angels with awe. He flingeth the loud-voiced thunderbolts, and therewith He striketh whomsoever He will. Yet these are the men the while they are disputing about Allah. He is mighty in power. To Him is due the true prayer. Any others that they call upon besides Him hear them no more than if they were to stretch forth their hands for water to reach their mouths, but it reaches them not. For the prayer of those without faith is nothing but vain prayer. Whatever beings there are in the heavens and the earth do prostrate themselves to Allah, with goodwill or in spite of themselves. So do their shadows in the mornings and evenings. Say, who is the Lord and Sustainer of the heavens and the earth? Say, it is Allah. Say, do ye then take for worship protectors other than Him, such as have no power either for good or for harm to themselves? Say, are the blind equal with those who see, or the depths of darkness equal with light? Or do they assign to Allah partners who have created anything as He has created, so that the creation seemed to them similar? Say, Allah is the Creator of all things. He is the One, the Supreme and Irresistible. He sends down water from the skies, and the channels flow, each according to its measure. But the torrent bears away the foam that mounts up to the surface. Even so, from that ore which they heat in the fire, to make ornaments or utensils therewith, there is a scum likewise. Thus doth Allah by parables show forth truth and falsehood. For the scum disappears like forth cast out, while that which is for the good of mankind remains on the earth. Thus doth Allah set forth parables. For those who respond to their Lord are all good things. But those who respond not to him, even if they had all that is in the heavens and on earth, and as much more, in vain would they offer it for ransom. For them will the reckoning be terrible. Their abode will be hell. What a bed of misery! Is then one who doth know that that which hath been revealed unto thee from thy Lord is the truth, like one who is blind? It is those who are endued with understanding that receive admonition. Those who fulfill the covenant of Allah and fail not in their plighted word, those who join together those things which Allah hath commanded to be joined, hold their Lord in awe, and fear the terrible reckoning. Those who patiently persevere, seeking the countenance of their Lord, establish regular prayers, spend out of the gifts we have bestowed for their sustenance, secretly and openly, and turn off evil with good. For such there is the final attainment of the eternal home. Gardens of perpetual bliss. They shall enter there, as well as the righteous among their fathers, their spouses, and their offspring. And angels shall enter unto them from every gate, with the salutation, Peace unto you, for that ye persevered in patience. Now how excellent is the final home! But those who break the covenant of Allah, after having plighted their word thereto, and cut asunder those things which Allah has commanded to be joined, and work mischief in the land, on them is the curse, for them is the terrible home. Allah doth enlarge, or grant by strict measure, the sustenance which he giveth to whomso he pleaseth. The worldly rejoice in the life of this world, but the life of this world is but little comfort in the hereafter. The unbelievers say, why is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? Say, truly Allah leaveth to stray whom he will, but he guideth to himself those who turn to him in penitence. Those who believe, and whose hearts find satisfaction in the remembrance of Allah, for without doubt in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find satisfaction. For those who believe and work righteousness is every blessedness, and a beautiful piece of final return. Thus have we sent thee amongst a people before whom long since have other peoples gone and passed away, in order that thou mightest rehearse unto them what we send down unto thee by inspiration. Yet do they reject him, the most gracious. Say, He is my Lord, there is no God but He. On Him is my trust, and to Him do I turn. If there were a Quran with which mountains were moved, or the earth were cloven asunder, or the dead were made to speak, this would be the one. But truly, the command is with Allah in all things. Do not the believers know that had Allah so willed, He could have guided all mankind to the right? But the unbelievers, never will disaster cease to seize them for their ill deeds, or to settle close to their homes, until the promise of Allah come to pass. For verily, Allah will not fail in His promise. Mocked were many messengers before thee, but I granted respite to the unbelievers, and finally I punished them. Then how terrible was my requital! Is then He who standeth over every soul, and knoweth all that it doth, like any others? And yet they ascribe partners to Allah. Say, but name them. Is it that ye will inform Him of something He knoweth not on earth? Or is it just a show of words? Nay, to those who believe not, their devising seems pleasing, but they are kept back thereby from the path. And those whom Allah leads astray, no one can guide. For them is a penalty in the life of this world, but harder, truly, is the chastisement of the hereafter. And defender have they none against Allah. The parable of the garden which the righteous are promised, beneath it flows rivers. Perpetual is the fruits thereof, and the shade therein. Such is the end of the righteous, and the end of unbelievers in the fire. Those to whom we have given the book rejoice at what hath been revealed unto thee. But there are among the clans those who reject a part thereof. Say, I am commanded to worship Allah, and not to join partners with Him. Unto Him do I call, and unto Him is my return. Thus have we revealed it to be a judgment of authority in Arabic. Wert thou to follow their vain desires after the knowledge which hath reached thee, then wouldst thou find neither protector nor defender against Allah. We did send messengers before thee, and appointed for them wives and children. And it was never the part of a messenger to bring a sign except as Allah permitted or commanded. For each period is an appointment. Allah doth blot out or confirm what He pleaseth. With Him is the mother of the book. Whether we shall show thee within thy lifetime part of what we promised them, or take to us thy soul before it is all accomplished, thy duty is to make the message reach them. It is our part to call them to account. See they not that we gradually reduce the land from its outlying borders? Where Allah commands, there is none to put back His command, and He is swift in calling to account. Those before them did also devise plots, but in all things the Master, Allah, is the devising altogether. He knoweth the doings of every soul, and soon will the unbelievers know who gets home in the end. The unbelievers say, No messenger art thou. Say, Enough for a witness between me and you is Allah, and such as have knowledge of the book.